Right, let's start with lot number one. Have a good look here today. 1992 is the Suzuki GSXR750. Lovely, stunning bike. Several commission bids with me straight away. I'm going to go in at 1,500, 1,600, 17, 18, 2,000, 22, 2,400. We start at 2,004. At 2,000, 2,400 is the bid at the minute. At 2,400, just press post. At 2,400 is bid. At 2,400, you're in online at 2.4. I'm going to go 2.6 with me at 2,004. 2.4, 2.6. Click it one more. 2.6. And then press 200 if we can. At £2,600 is the bid at the minute. At 2,006. 2,008 up top. 3,000's my bid. Would you like to go 3.2? At 3,000, 3,000. Would you like 3.2? 3.2's bid. 3.4 back to me. At 3,004. Next bid's 3.6. At £3,400 is the bid. 3.6 in online. 3,008 back to me. I'll take 3.9 from anyone else. It's in the market to be sold. At 3,008. At 3,000, 3,800 pound is the bid. Would anyone like 3.9? At 3,800, I'm going to sell the first lot of the day at 3,800 once, twice, finished and done, and it sells then this time at 3,800 pounds. Sold at 3,008. Lot number 16, 2,000 in year, lovely Aprilia this one is. It's the RS250 MotoGP inspired two-stroke. Look how great that one looks. I'm not surprised. Bidding's running off online at 2.7. I'm going to have to go 2.8, 2.9, 3,000, 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, 3.4, 3.5, 3.6 is bid 3.7. At 3,007, I'm going to go 3.8, then I'm going to go to 4,000 and we'll go in 200s if we can. At £4,000 is bid. At 4,000, 4,000, 4,000. Untick that. Tick that. Tick 100. Go 4.2. And then go to the 200s. There we go. 4.2's bid online. 4.4's my bid. At 4,004. 4.6. 4.6 is bid. You're going to have to keep clicking that one there. 4.6. 5,000. 5.2. 5.4. 5.6. 5,006. 5.8. 6,000. 6,000's my bid. Say 6.2 if you're coming back in. At 6,000, 2's my bid. 6.2. Click there. And it's going to come straight back in because you can see that there. 6.4. 6.6. 6.8. 7,000 with my commission interest. It needs to be 7,002 if you're coming back in. At £7,000. At 7,000, 7,000. Just click. There you go. At £7,000 is my bid. I need to see 7.2. 7.2. My commission interest is out. You're in on the telephones. At £7,200. It's at 7.2 with the telephone bidder. At 7,002. At 7.2. Would anyone like 7.4? At 7,200, we are bid now at 7,002. My interest is out. The online interest is out. It's on the telephones at 7,200 in the market. 7.4. At 7,400 is the bid now at 7,004. Lovely Aprilia. Yeah, why not? 7.5, bid's a bid. At 7,500 is bid. At 7.5, go that way. 100. 7.5. 7.5, online you need to go 7,006. At 7,500 is the bid now at 7,005. We're selling this time in a way then on the telephone. It's going once to the telephone bidder at 7,500. Twice. Finished and done. We go this time and it sells then at 7,576. 7,006 back in. Telephone. 7,7. Thank you very much. At 7,007 on the phones. At 7,007 on the Aprilia here. At 7,007. At 7.7 is bid. Online, would you like to go 7.8? Hammers up on the Aprilia this time then at £7,700 with the telephone bidder once, twice. Hammer time then at £7,700. Your bid, telephone bidder, 7,019, 1982 in the year, Yamaha RD250, great looking bike again. Oh, where are we up to on this one? You're in at 2,000, I'm in at 22, 24, 26. At 2,600 we start. At 2,006. Say 28 next. 28, 3,000. 3 is a bid. I'm going to take his bid first. He was in 3.2, 3.4, 3.6, 3.8, 4,000's my bid. 4.2 from either one of you. Shakes the head. 4.2's in. My commission interest is out. At 4,200, the bid is online. At 4,002. Would you like 4.4, sir? At 4,002. At 4,000, 4,200 is the bid with you online in Northamptonshire at the minute. At 4,002. 4.4. 4.4, Cheshire bidders in. At 4,400, 4.6 it goes on. At 4,600 is the bid. 4.8, thanking you online bidder. Your bid now at £4,800 is the bid. At 4,008, 5,000 bid. At £5,000. At 5,000, 5,000. At £5,000 is bid. Say 5.1 if anyone else wants to come in now. It's at £5,000. At 5,000, 5,000. And on outright sell 5.1 back in. At 5.2, 5.2 it goes on. Keep going online. At 5,003. At 5,300 your bid 5,004. Thanking you at 5,004. At 5,004. Hammers up. Would you like to go again? At 5.5. At 5,005. 5.6. 5.6 is bid. It's all online now. It's between Northampton and Cheshire at 5.8. At 5,800, who's going to be riding this one home? At 5,800, it's currently off to Northamptonshire. 5.9, Cheshire's back in. At 5,009. At 5,000, 5,900 were bid. Would anyone like to go 6? Hammers up and we're selling then at 5,900 for the first time. For the second time, finished and done, and it sells this time with the online bid at £5,900. Sold at 5.9. Thank you very much. 5,025 in the sale. 1975 Suzuki GT250M. Old is gold, it says here, and it definitely is gold. The 70s Aztec gold. Look at the paint job on that one. Absolutely beautiful bike. Going to go straight in with your commission interest there at £3,000. I got 3.2. At 3,002, say 3.4 next. 3.4. 3.6 is bid back to me at 3,006. Say 3.8. At 3,008, 3.8's bid. My interest is out now. Telephone bidder, you're in. At 3,008, I'll take 3.9 from anyone else. 3.9 up top. At 3,009 and 4,000's in. At 4,001, 4.1. 4.2, 4.3. 4.4, 4.5. 4.6. 4.7, 4.8, 4.9, 5,000, 5.1, 5.2. Shakes the head. Your bid, telephone bidder, at 5,002. At 5,200 is the bid now at 5,002. Would anyone else like to go 5.3? We reach for the gavel then at £5,200. It's in the market, selling on the telephone, and away it goes at £5,200. Sold. Telephone. No, they definitely don't. Whilst you were talking there, we started at 1,000, 11, 12, 13, 14. Nothing on my book. It's all been online at £1,400. Is the bid now at 14. At 1,400, 1,400, 1,500 here. 15's bid, 16's back online. 1,600, 17 if you're coming back in now. 17, before unit, 18, 19, 2,000, 2,1, 2,2, 2,3. Gentleman's bid at 2,003. At 2,000, 2,300 with you, sir. At 2,003. Anyone else for 2.4? At 2,000, 2,300 pounds is the bid now at 2,003. Are we finishing done? Gentleman's bid, 2.4. Centre, shakes the head. 2.5, new bidder online. At 2,005. Anyone else? 2.6. Thank you again, sir. Not you online. At 2,006. Someone else tried coming in then. Come in now if you will online. 2.7, thank you very much. Lancashire bidder, 2.8. Gentleman in the middle at 2,008. At 2,000, 2,800 is the bid. Online, you coming back in, 2.9. What about 50? 2,950, okay. At 2,950, he says. At 2,953, it's in the market from this point. Shakes the head, are you sure? At £3,000, it's gonna sell. At 3,000, anyone else for another 50 now? I see you, sir. At 3,050, back in. New bidder, in fact. At 3,050, not you online. Gentleman's bid at the back. 3-1 against you. At 3,001. At 3,000, 3,100 is the bid now at 3,001. Would you like another 50? You're thinking about it. 3,150, thank you. Online, 3-2. Will you? It's against you. At £3,150 is the bid now at 3,150. Are you sure? 3-2. 3-2's back in online. At 3,200 is the bid. The next bid's 50 again. We'll stay there to make it nice and easy for you. 3,250, thank you very much. At 3,250, gentleman's back in. At 3,250, we are bid. At 3,250, the bid is now here at 3,250. Are we finished and done? Last chance in fair warning this time and away. Gentleman's bid, hammers up once, twice, finished and done. Oh, 3-3. Started lifting his paddle up then as well. 3,003. At 3,003, the bid's against you. Are you sure? 3,350's not. 3,350's back in. At £3,350 is the bid now at 3,350. Would you like to come back in online? At 3,350, the bid now 3,350. Once. At 3,004, back in. It's against you now. At 3,004. At 3,000, 3,400 were bid. Would you like another 50, sir? At 3,400, hammers up. We're selling. Online once, twice. At £3,400. Sold at 3,412,170, wasn't that one? This time 1982 KTM 495 here. I'm going to go straight in on this one. Lovely little KTM. I'm going to go straight in at 1,000, 11, 12, 13, 14, £1,500. I'm going to start with me at 1,500. At 1,500, 1,500. At £1,500 is the bid now at 15. At 1,500, 15, 16 you're in online, I believe. 16 you are. 17 back to me. At 1,700, 1,700. 18, 19 my bidder. At 1,900, 1,900. 2 you're in, I'm out online. At 1,900, 2,000's in online at 2,000. Online bid now at 2,000. With you in West Norfolk now at £2,000. We'll stay in the hundreds. Anyone for 2-1? At 2,000 is the bid now at 2,000. At 2,000, 2-1. 2-1's bid, now 2-1's 2-2. Back in now at 2,002. Thanking you online. At 2,002, make it nice and sharp if you're coming back in. At 2,200, it's in Norfolk at the minute. At 2,002, anyone for 2-3? At 2,000, 2,002. At 2,200, are we finished? Are we done? At 2,003, 2-3, 2-4. At 2,400, 2,004. Would you like 2.5, 2.5 indeed? 2.6 if you're coming back in. At 2,000, 2,500, the bid is with you in North Yorkshire at the minute. 2.6, 2.7. At 2,000, 2,007's the bid now at 2,008. At 2,008 and 2.9. 2.9 back in now at 2,009 and 3 bid. At £3,000. 3-1. 3-1, 3-1 on the lovely little KTM here at 3-2. At 3,002. At 3-3. At 3,004. At 3,400, your bid now, 3.5. At 3,005, 3.6. Hammers in hand now, you know what that means, 3.6, 3.7. At 3,007, it's gonna sell today. At 3,000, 3,700 pounds, the bid is here with you online. At 3,700, the bid now 3,700. Hammers up at 3,700, once, twice, finished and done, and I sell this time at 3,700 pounds. Oh, 3.8. I was about that far from touching the block then. At 3,008. At 3,009, keep going online. 4's back in. At £4,000. At 4,000, 4,000, you almost missed out. At 4,000 pounds, the hammer's back up. At 4,000 once, at 4,000 twice, I am going to sell at 4,000 pounds. Sold at 4,001. 102 is the 1999 Rover Mini, the 1.3 MPI, this one, only showing 39,000 miles on the clock. Lots of information on this one online for you guys, there we go. I've got lots of commission bids on this one, not going to mess around, going to go 4.5, 5,000 pounds is my bid, and we're straight in the market now at 5,000 pounds. At 5,000, 5,000, we'll say 5,500 next if we can. At 5,000 pounds. All right, 5,200. We'll go 5,200. Is that 5,200 online? 5,200. 5,400 back to me, though. Welcome in Texas, by the way. At 5,004, it's against you now. At 5,004. At 5,400 here. 5,600 is back in. Texas bidder again. At 5,006. I'm going to have to go 5,800, Nick. I'll ask for 5,900 next if we can. 5,800's my bid here. 5,900 next if you're coming back in. At 5,008. At 5,800 is the bid. Texas, would you like to go one more? At 5,008. 5,900. 6,000 is bid. We'll stay in the hundreds now at 6,000 pounds with my commission bid. At 6,000 pounds, anyone for 6,100? At 6,000, 6,000. 6,100 is in. Texas bidder now. I am out on the book. At 6,000 pounds, 6,100. At 6,100 is the bid now at 6,100. Anyone else for 6,200? It's going to sell here. At 6,100 pounds and off to the States it's going to go. At 6,001. 6,200 new bidders in. At 6,002 it's with you in Yorkshire now. At 6,002. 6,300 it goes on. At 6,300 pounds is the bid now at 6,300. At 6,300 we are bid. At 6,300, 6,300, are we finishing done here? At 6,300, the hammer's up for the first time here. At 6,300. At 6,300 then once. At 6,300 then twice. Finishing done. Off to this. Whoa, 6,400's back in, sneaking in there. At 6,004, Yorkshire bidder 6,500, straight back to America. At 6,005. At 6,500 we are bid. 6,600 is your next bid if you wish to go again. At 6,005, hammers up, finished and done, last chance, fair warning, we're selling this time once, twice, finished and done at 6,500 pounds it goes. Sold at 6. TR7 Convertible, lovely looking Triumph this one is. Start me off, you're in online, does my commission bid at 3,000 we start, say 3,200 next. At 3,000, 3,200. 3,200's bid. Anyone for 3,400? 3,400 it goes on. At 3,004, 3,600 is bid. At 3,000, 3,006 with the online bid now at 3,006. 3,800. 3,800's bid. It keeps going online 4,400's bid now at 4,000. At 4,000 with the online bid here. Anyone else coming in for 2? At 4,000, 4,000. At 4,000 pound is the bid online at the minute at 4,000 pounds. Say 2 if anyone wants to come in. At 4,000, 4,000, 2. See you, sir. Thank you. Busy room today. At 4,200. 4,400's bid online. Would you like 4,600? 4,600, gentleman's bid. 4,800's back in. Take it at 5? 5,000, thank you. Good man. At 5,000 pounds. 5,200. You're out. At 5,002. At 5,200 is the bid now at 5,002. Coming in for 5,400. Anywhere else online or in the room? At 5,002. 5,400's bid. Cheshire bidder now is with you at 5,400. We're bidding 5,600. At 5,006. At 5,600 is bid. Hammers in the hand. You know what that means? At 5,006. At 5,006, 5,800's bid. It's going to sell today in the market to be sold. At 5,800 is your bid online. At 5,008, 6,000's bid. At 6,000, 6,000, go to again. At 6,000 pounds, we're bid now at 6,000. At 6,000, 6,000. Would anyone else like to come in now? Because the hammer's up and we're selling this time and away it goes. At 6,000 with the online bid once, twice. Finished and done and selling 6,200's bid. At 6,002. At 6,002 is the bid now, 6,004. You're in again, Lanarkshire there. At 6,004. At 6,400 is bid. Would anyone like to go again? At 6,004 is the bid now at 6,004. We go once with the online bid this time and away at 6,004 twice. Finished and done then at 6,400. We sell online at £6,400. Finished and done. Sold at 6,400. Look at that one there. We're going to go straight in on the Mustang GT this time. 5,000's in online. I've got loads of bids on this one. We're going to go 5,500, 6,000, 6,500, £7,000 we start. Say 5 again. 7,500's bid. My commission interest is out now at 7,500. Say 8,000 anywhere else. At 7,500 at 8's bid. 8,000 in the floor. 8,500's back in online. At 8,500 and £9,000 is the bid. At 9,000, 9,000. Say 5 anywhere else. 9,500's in. At 9,500 and £10,000 is against you online. 10,500's bid. At 10,500 and 11 bid now 11. At £11,000. At 11,000, 11,000. We'll take the quarters now. We shouldn't need to. At £11,000 coming back in online or on the phones. At £11,000. Stallion bidding for the Mustang here at £11,000 is the bid with you still, sir. At 11,000, 11,000. Are we finished and done? Last chance in fair warning this time then. At £11,000. Oh, 11,250. 11,500. Thank you again. Fast bidding there at 11,500. Appreciate it, sir. At 11,500. Are you out on the telephones? They're walking away. At 11,500. We look for you now online. At 11,500. On sale. And it goes at 11,500 once, at 11,500 twice, online, last chance, fair warning, yours, 11,000. 212, 1998 Alfa Romeo 156 is the 2.5 V6 this time, showing only 31,000 miles on the clock and MOT till July 26. I've got several bids, you're in at 3, I'm going to go 3.5, 4, 4.5, £5,000. We're straight on sale in the market now. At £5,000 we start. At 5,000's bid. Say 5,500 if anyone wants to come in. At £5,000. At 5,000, 5,000, 5,000. 5,500 bid. I'm going to have to go 6. At £6,000. We'll go in the quarters from this point. 250, one more. At 6,000 is the bid. Would you like to go 6,250? At 6,000, 6,000, 250 you do, 6,500 back to me. At 6,500, it's against you online. The bid is here on the book. At 6,500, in the market to be sold today. At 6,500, 6,750, 7,000's back in. At £7,000. At 7,000, 7,000. At £7,000 is the bid now at 7. At 7,000 is the bid now at £7,000. I'll say 7,100 if anyone wishes to bid. At £7,000 is gonna sell, so make no mistake here. At 7,000, 7,000. The hammer's up now. 7,100. 7,100. 4. What have I got to do here? 7,100. I'm gonna go 7,200, 7,300. I need to see 7,400 to continue. At 7,003. At 7,300 is the bid with me on the book here at 7,003. Anyone else for 7,004? At 7,003 online bid, are you coming back in? Has my double bid scared you off? At 7,003. At 7,000, 7,003, we're bid now at 7,003. Finished and done, last chance, fair warning, this time I sell with the commission bid. 7,400's in, I'm out, online bid at 7,004. At 7,000, 7,400 we're bid. At 7,004 is the bid now at 7,004. Anyone else for 7,500? If not, hammers up and away it sells. At 7,004 with the online bid for the first time. For the second time, hammers up and away it goes at £7,400. So right then, moving on to lot number 216, 2004 Porsche Boxster, the 3.2S. The 3.2S this one is, and it's showing 72,000 miles with the MOT until July 26. You're in, Nick, with you at £3,000. I got several commission bids. We're going to go we're going to 3,2, 3,4, 3,6, 3,8, £4,000, 4,2, 4,4, 4,6, 4,8. I'm bid £5,000 with 2 joint bids, so the bidder that left it first, you're in the lead at £5,000. At 5,000, 5,000, say 2 from anywhere else. 5,2, that saves the argument. At 5,200, you're in online. At 5,002. At 5,002 is the bid now at 5,004. At 5,004, 5,600. At 5,600, North Yorkshire, you're in. At 5,006. At 5,006 is the bid now at 5,006. Anyone for 5,800? At 5,006 is the bid now at 5,006. Are you finished and done? Would you like one more? At 5,008, you're back in now. Wiltshire bidder, a bit more local to me. Welcome. At 5,008 is your bid. At 5,008. At 5,800 is the bid now at 5,800. Underbidder, would you like to go 6? You do indeed, thank you. At £6,000 is your bid now at 6. At 6,000, 6,000, 6,000. At £6,000 is the bid now at 6. Are we finished? Are we done? At 6,002, we're not. 6,002. Wiltshire bidder, you're back in now. At £6,200 is the bid with you. At 6,200, say 6,400 if the underbidder wishes to come back in. At 6,002, are you finished and done? Hammers up again. At 6,200 once. At 6,200 twice. The bid is with you, online Wiltshire bidder, and selling this time at £6,200. Sold at 6,002. 1975 in the year, Porsche 911. This one's the 2.7 Coupe. The 2.7 Coupe here. Look at that. Looks like a glorious machine. This one does. Looks great in the red. Nothing on my book. Start me off. Who's got £15,000? Seems reasonable to me. 15,000 surely. Kick it off today. Anyone interested at £15,000 to start me off? Online, I believe you're in. 15,000, thank you. At 15,000, 16's bid. At 16,000 now, we're running the thousands for a bit on this one. At £16,000 is currently in Northamptonshire, 17 Yorkshire, 18 Northampton's back in. 19 now, take it to 20 for me, 20 you do, at £20,000. At 20,000, 20,000's in the West Midlands this time at 20 and one bid. At £21,000 is the bid now at 21. At 21, 21. At 21,000, lovely little Porsche here at just £21,000. At 21, 21 and 2. At 22's back in now at £22,000. At 22, 22. At £22,000 is the bid here online. At £22,000, Cheshire bidder, you're in. At £22,000. At 22, 22. We'll take the 500, no need, 23. We'll take the 500s now, though. At £23,000, the bid is with you. Another Cheshire bidder, 23,500. North Yorkshire, you're in. At 23,500 is the bid. At 23,500. At 23,500, we are bid. Would you like to go 24? There's a few of you still on this one, I believe. Hear a whistle, but I don't see a paddle. Ah, yes, there we go. 24 is your bid. Thank you very much, sir. The whistles echo around. I don't know where it comes from. At £24,000. At £24,000, we're going to put it on sale at £24,000, 24,500. 25,000, gentlemen's bid back in. At £25,000. At 25, 25. And another 500s in online, 25,500. 30 bid, 26 bid, sorry. £26,000. I wish. £26,000. The last chance in fair warning. 5's back in now at 26,500. Shakes the head. You're in online at the minute. North Yorkshire bidder at 26,500. Anyone else for 27? Because you come this far, sir, would you like the quarter bid? One more? Thank you very much. 26,750 with the gentleman up top. 27's back in. We'll stay in the quarters now, though. At £27,000. At 27,000. At 27,000 is the bid now at 27. At 27,000, 27,000, are we all finished? Are we all done? At 27,000, I'll reach for the gavel. At 27, it's up. At 27,000, all finished, all done. Last chance in fair warning, this time I sell with the online bidder once, twice, finished and done, and selling now at £27,000 it goes. Sold at 27,000. You what? Commission bids are all over this one. You're in at 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5. I've got 4, 4.5. I'm going to go 5 and ask for 5,250 next if we can. At £5,000. At 5,000 we start. 5,250, 5,500. Can I say 5,750? You're in, sir. At 5,750 pounds is bid. 6,000 if anyone else wishes to come in. At 5,750, gentleman's bid. I see you up top. 6,000's bid. 250, one more. At 6,000 pounds on the telephones now. At 6,000, 6,000. At 6,000 pounds is the bid now at 6. 6,250 bid. 6,250, I see you again. At 6,250 pounds is the bid now at 6,250. I didn't realise I had 4 telephones on it. 6,500. 6,500's bid. At 6,005. At 6,005 is the bid now at 6,005. 6,750, I see you. Jim's telephone now at 6,750 is bid. At 6,757 now 7. At 7,000 pounds. Other telephone bidder now at 7,000 pound is the bid now at 7. At 7,000, 7,000. At 7,000 pounds. 7,250. Jim's phone's back in now at 7,250. Back to John's telephone at 7,005. The battle of the phones is began at 7,005. At 7,500 is the bid now at 7,005. 7,750, I see you, sir. At 7,750, the phones are out. Gentleman's bid now at 7,750. 8,000 bid. 8,000 pounds. Shakes the head. At 8,000 pounds is the bid now at 8. At 8,000, 8,000. Who would like the 250, one more? At 8,000 pounds, are you all finished and done? At 8,200 telephones in just before you online. Sorry about that. 8,250, 8,500's in online. I'll take your bid now. Thank you very much online. Appreciate your bidding. At 8,005, the bid is with you. 8,750, John's phone. At 8,750 is bid. 9's back in. At 9,000, find another like this. XJS 4 litre here at 9,000 with the online bid. At 9,000, 9,000. Either telephone, you coming back in. At 9,000 pounds. At 9,000, 9,000, 9,000. At 9,000 pounds. One of the telephones is just disconnected and hung up, I believe. At 9,000 pounds. And that's the second one dropped off. At 9,000 pounds, we're in online. At 9,000, 9,000. Anyone else want to come in now? If not, hammers up. I'm going to sell. At 9,000 pounds with the online bid once, twice, finished and done. It goes this time and away it sells with you in Lancashire at 9,000 pounds. Sold at 9,000. Number 273. Lot number 273, 2000 Jaguar XJ, this time the 3.2. It's the executive edition. I got loads of bids on this one. You've got a few online. Looks great indeed. I believe we got a telephone on this one as well. Going 500s a minute, Nick. 3's bid, 3.5, 4,000, 4.5, 5,000, 5,500, 6,000 pounds. And I'd like to see 6.5 next. At 6,000 pounds we start. 6,500. 7's back to me. I'll take a quarter if it helps. 7,250. I'm out, you're in. At 7,250, gentleman's bid in the room. At 7,250 we are bid. Say 7,500 from anywhere else. Lovely Jaguar this is at just 7,250 pounds. At 7,250, 7,250. At 7,250, are we finishing done? Gentleman's bid here in the room then at 7,250. Hammers up, make no mistake. It's a quick sale this time and away it goes at 7,250. Once, twice. They're out on the, oh, they're in online now then. 7,500, I tried. Shakes the head, you've done it online at 7,500 pounds. Gloucestershire bidder at 7,500. At 7,500. I'll tell you what, I'll take 7,600 if it helps anyone come back in. At 7,500. At 7,000, 7,500. Are we finishing done? Would you like one more? 7,600? Hammers up and away I sell. This time and away it goes off to Gloucestershire then at 7,500 pounds. 7,500, thank you. 1988 Austin Mini. Look at this one. Lovely upgraded example with over £20,000 spent on it in the last 3 years. Wow. MOT. To July this year, starting off, anyone got £4,000? 4,000 surely, 4's bid, thank you. Saves me starting off with my awful commission bid, £4,000. At 4,000, go 5. At £4,000, gentlemen's bid, 4,500 over here. At 4,005. At 4,005. Five's in online. At £5,000. We'll take 5,500, try it. At 5,005. 6,000's in. 6.5. At 6,005. At 6,005. Take the quarters now. 6,750, 7's in. At £7,000. Look how great this one looks. Find another that looks like this. At £7,250 we're bid. At 7,250, 7,250. At £7,250 we're bid. 7.5 now. At 7,005, I think there's about 4 bidders online on this one at the minute. 7,750 and 8. 8,000 we're bid. 8,250's in. At 8,250, 8.5. It's well in the market now. At 8.5, 8,750. 8,750 and 9. At 9,950, keep going online. 9.5. At 9,005. Say 750 for one more. At 9,750 you do. Thank you, Nottinghamshire. You're in at £9,750. We are bid. At 9,750, 9,750. At 9,750, would anyone like to go 10? 10 you do, thanking you. At 10,000, the bid is yours. At 10,250's in. At 10,250, we are bid. At 10,250, 10,250. Coming in for the 10.5. I'll tell you what, hammers up now. At 10.5's in, thanking you. At 10,005, say 750 for the next bid. At 10,005, are we finishing done? Hammer time now. At 10,005, finishing done, 10,750's bid. At 10,750. At 10,750, 10,750 and 11. £11,000. Your bid now at 11,000 we're bid. At 11,000 go 250 for one more. Hammers up then at £11,000. At 11 the bid. 250 if you wish to go again online or anywhere else in the room. We'll count it down. 11,250. Thanking you. At 11,250 we're bid. At 11,250. 11.5. 11.5. At 11,005 we're bid. At 11,000, 11,005. Finishing done then. 11,500. We're going to sell with the online bid once at 11,005. At 11,500 twice, all finishing done. We sell this time and away it goes off online at £11,500. Sold at 11.5. Sorry online, you just missed.